came into this barrier, the culture barrier, everything, but you have to face it. I've been working my butt off.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Play action. It's Ward. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Only a couple for him there on the game's first. Play, and it's second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air, so now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
That's complete to DK. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
70.
Now Ward. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On the return, it's Tony. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Touchdown! Rondé Gadsden, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ward. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Ward. That's to his rookie wideout from Wisconsin. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing is Ward. And this one is incomplete. The Titans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
All year from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Yes.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. That one's taken in by Spears. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, Cup 19, Cougar 19.
To throw, here's Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Ward again. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Chargers.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
To throw is Ward. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks look all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, right.
They go play action with Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Get it. 60, Mustang 19.
From the gun, Ward. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hampton. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. To the air again, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Herbert. And he finds Pickens over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
7-yard gain.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Chargers.
380. Run. Set. 380. Run.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, right?
ETN once more. And he stopped immediately there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
79. 60 Vikings.
Throwing now, Ward. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On first down, it's Hampton. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Set. Set.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Lion.
Give here to Hampton. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
With the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ground, here's Watson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
17. Chargers 13.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Like a bond, I'm a traveling man. LAX, I'm the Baltimore, they landed in France. Basic shows out in Germany, they bought in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the funky pass, homie, I ain't walking.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. That's a Aguirre. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Completes this one to Pickens. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
At the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Set.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Rivers free. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
And the Chargers.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set. Let's go.
Herbert. Will get this complete to Trey Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route. There's plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll work inside here. Hampton And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to Hampton on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Finds Pickens out right. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. A run. It's Watson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Omarion Hampton, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
DK on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. That's complete to DK. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
There's a quick throw caught out wide. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Ward. Connection with Walker going across the formation. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Trap 60, trap 18, 18 cards.
Ward to throw once more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions get louder than my words. I ain't sold, but still sold out of hurt. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf.
The Charger drive about to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run once more with Hampton. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On the give, this is Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set. Delta, 21. What is it?
Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Liking 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10.
Go! 70 Timberwolves.
Again, it's Ward. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now Ward. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
60 Eagles, 6.
To throw is Ward. This will be caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chimere Dike, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 31, Chargers 21. Cade York.
The York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. Clock Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Aguirre. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Herbert. Now he'll top this and run. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. A run. Here's Hampton.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Again, it's Hampton. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Throwing, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Herbert. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. They'll run here with Hampton. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last throw here for Herbert. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.